Hey, it's Seth with Red Lantern Tour Company. I'm here with Matt Hall, from originally from Eagle, Alaska, lives out in Two Rivers now. How's it going, Matt?
Oh, doing pretty good. We just finished up Iditarod and got all rested up and kind of getting back to normal life, if that's what
sports fans.
I'm sitting here at Ivory Jacks, and the owner of Ivory Jacks just walked in. Longtime supporter of the Yukon
What are you guys
Quest.
doing?
This is Dick from Ivory Jacks.
How's it going,
About
Dick?
the dog race we're having this weekend up to Chattanooga and back here. Up on Friday and down on Saturday.
Oh, nice.
All right, Matt Hall, you're pretty famous, aren't you?
I don't know that I don't know that I would say that.
Yeah, but the fans all around Ivory Jacks know who you are, man. What, didn't you start out as a handler and then you became famous on your own accord?
You could say that if handling for my parents counts.
He's always a character, isn't he? I love Dick. Anyway, Matt.
Oh yeah.
Well, I know this race didn't go exactly like you had planned, but how was it different with COVID and no fans, man?
Yeah, it was. The start was very different. That's for sure. And it was pretty cool to see. Once we got going, though, there was still a lot of people that went out and social distance themselves and just spread themselves out, on rivers and lakes. And I mean, there was still people out there, and it was really cool to see them. They were off on the trail. They had their little fires going. Families roasting their hot dogs and making s'mores. And it wasn't necessarily the same as in the past, where those people are there and they're tossing you sodas and handing you hot dogs as you go. Things like that were definitely missed a bit this year, for sure. A little more lonely coming back into the finish line. Well, I mean, I guess maybe that's what happens when you're 26, but yeah, it was different, but I think it was handled really well, and the people that were there did it right, and it was really good.
Growing up in Eagle, Alaska, a little bit remoteness, a little bit of village life, kind of, sort of. Was it a little different experience also, as you didn't get any interaction into the interior villages? Did that play a role, or did it feel more at home for you?
I mean, you could almost say it felt more at home, I suppose. The earlier part of the race, I tried to stay on the trail anyway, camp outside of the checkpoints. It wasn't until a little later on we started staying at more and more of the checkpoints. There was still the folks there that needed to be. You still saw some people from a distance. You'd be going along and they'd cheer from the riverbank, and say, hey, what's your bib? What's your name? Oh, good luck, Matt Hall, go get him. And, those folks were still out there a ways off. Then at the same time, I suppose, actually sleeping in the Arctic oven tents that were heated with propane, it was a little bit quieter too. You weren't in a school building or a community center with lots of noises and lots of echoes. And, so arguably upside to it is got a little bit better sleep, I mean, missed the people, but slept a little better.
Yeah. I know this is a difficult question for you, because I always had it and I'm like, favorite, but if you had a best or a favorite dog, can you tell the fans a little bit about that one?
I sure can, but I might have to tell you about two. My probably my favorite at this point is my young rock star leader. His name's Dai. He's 3.5 years old, and been tearing up the trail recently. I mean, he loves me. He's always focused on me. He's stuck to me. Just actually, my handler was just running him the other day, Simon, who's been with me a couple years, and Simon comes up to me and he's like, this dog is really, really, really attached to you. He just doesn't work the same for me. He's always looking back, looking for you. And, this was just after finishing Iditarod, and it put a smile on my face to hear that too. And I mean, I can see it myself. He's he likes me, and I mean, he single led us into the finish line. Actually, single led for a few hundred miles of this race. Just an awesome little rock star. He was an only puppy in the litter, which is pretty cool too. And it was an accidental litter on top of that. So this little fellow wasn't even supposed to be around, and it was one of the best things that's happened to this kennel. And then my other girl is Ace. She was the oldest dog on the team, she's not that old. She's only 6 years old, but Mama Ace, she had some pups last year, and she's a little rock star leader too. So the two of them is what makes this go round right now.
That's kind of weird. I was talking to Wade Mars earlier today, and he's got a 10-year-old that's finished, I think her 8th night. I don't know how many Iditarods, but it was her final race, and it meant you could see it in Wade. It kind of tore him up that she's retiring and going on to live on a couch now, and he's going to be on the trail without his 10-year-old. It's like, whoa, that's
Right.
a long career. That dog's got more miles on it than some small sports cars have. So that was
no kidding.
Yeah, the attachment between mushers and their dogs has always been something special to me. So
yeah, no, it's hard to see him off the team. One of my big boys, Anchor, who was my golden harness winner in the Yukon Quest in 2017. Actually, this is one of the first races I started with him not in the team at all, and he's a 74-pound dog that's normally at lead, and it was very different starting a race, not having him in the team. It was very noticeable, a little emotional. You gotta let go and say goodbye.
Well, Matt, one last question for you. For fans that don't know, Matt Hall won the Quest back a few years. He's a perennial contender for the top 10 pack. So will you be back for the 50th anniversary in the 2022 running of the Iditarod?
Yes, we will. No, we're going to keep doing what we do. This is our life. This is our love. It's in our blood. And we are already making plans for next year. So it's in the works. It's that secondary fun. The bags are starting to go away from under my eyes now. And it's like, all right, let's go do this again.
I've talked to quite a few people today and yesterday about their running, and looking at you guys after a week off the trail, I've seen a lot worse.
Yep. It's good time now.
I hadn't seen any black eyes, so that's always a good thing. Well,
Matt, that is.
Thank you for your time. I'm gonna end the recording, and we'll have to catch up later, maybe in the summer, or at least see you in Nome, and after you finish the 2022 race, hopefully way up towards the front, or if not, the first musher in the Nome.
I like the attitude. Sounds good. Thank you, Seth.